there, guys. It's me, Redrick here, the mom strategist. I am so excited. I'm super excited about this live training tonight. And you are going to get what you came for. I'm going to be teaching today how to hit six figures with only one offer. How to hit six figures with only one offer. You are in the right place. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, business and life coach. Got started in my company over a decade ago, simply making the decision, like many of you, that I couldn't work for 40 years for someone else, that I wanted to take my expertise, background, gifts, and talents and figure out how to package my knowledge into a business in some way. And I wasn't exactly sure how. And maybe that's where you're sitting right now. I had these great skills and talents, but I didn't know how I was going to translate it to business. But I knew I wanted out of corporate America. Fast forward, I started looking for someone to help me. And I ended up going to, hey, Eugenia. I went to Small Business Resource Center in my town because they help small businesses get started. But my idea was very much out of the box. And sometimes if you bring an out of the box idea to someone that's inside the box, they'll tell you what will not work. So I was told that my idea, in essence, mom coaching, that no one would ever pay me to do what I do today. I've had the opportunity to coach thousands of women literally all around the world and support them in packaging their knowledge into a high ticket offering. Now, high ticket to me means that, hey, Dad, that you're selling what you have for $2,500 or more. A lot of my clients sell their product for $2,500 per client, or $5,000 or $10,000 or $25,000 or $100,000 or more per client. So that's the conversation we're going to have today. How to hit six figures or more with only one offer. All right. And this is going to be an elevated conversation. It's going to be for those of you who have been wanting to know, how can I do this easier and with greater grace, right? Ease and grace. This is the only way there is to build a business. So as a result of me growing my company, I had a dream that I wanted to do television, and I've been able to fulfill that. I got signed to Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist, as paid talent, which is a little different. And I also have had the opportunity to do corporate deals with Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies. Everything I teach my clients, I don't theorize. It's what I've actually done. Go figure, okay? And so many of them have been able to follow my step-by-step processes as well. I've been able to transfer my knowledge to them. I have not had a failure. For those who have applied what I've taught, they've been able to duplicate the same results, whether it's becoming segment host for television, or whether it's doing corporate deals themselves, or whether it's being able to take their businesses and go from low ticket to being able to make to charge for the same services, high ticket, whether it's being able to go from, not having any profits in their business to having six-figure plus incomes in their businesses consistently. So know that you're in the right place today. And I'm so excited about having the opportunity to share with you guys today how to hit six figures with only one offer, because this is super important. Now, the reason I'm pulling back the layers, and I'm going to be fully transparent with you, is because I want to see you next week to sign up for the Giant Experience Conference, where I'm going to show you over the course of 7 days, just 90 minutes each and every day, how you can do exactly what I'm talking about tonight. All right. And I love that so many of you are inviting your friends, because a great friend shares, right? Those are the kind of people that I love to work with. Now, here's the coolest part, and then I'll get started. When I got started in my business, I decided that I wanted to build a business where I would be no longer dependent on my husband for income, and I would no longer be dependent on my job for income. So hold up, let me explain this to you. I've been married for 25 years this December. And one of the things that was super important to me is to get myself free. See, I knew whether or not I decided to run a company, a great company or not, that my kids would get a great education, that we'd have a great life. But what I didn't know was whether or not I could get myself free or not, meaning not have to work for someone else, answer to someone else, work 40 to 70 hours a week, and I wanted out. And I know that many of you that follow me, you're professional, you are smart, you're sharp, right? You've invested heavily in your education, and you want out. You want to see that you can replace your income with what you know. You see that as a result of you doing what you love to do at work, you're like, man, like if I could just figure out a way to consult, coach, train, do some licensing with what I know, it would make all the difference. I am talking to you. That was me. And what I learned was that as a result of me building my business and making that business profitable, where money was no longer concerned, that I could show up for my family in ways that I dreamed of. And I always tell you guys like my truth, because my husband developed kidney disease 10 years ago and went on dialysis. And I don't know what you guys know about kidney disease or dialysis, but I'll tell you this, it's a very aggressive therapy. 3 times a week, 3 hours a day. It changed the dynamics of my family. My kids were 11, 9, and 5. And it was scary for us. But one of the things that was so great was when you build your business properly, you could show up for your family in ways that you desire. So I hired a private physician for my husband for 3 years so he could get amazing care, a high level care from a private doctor, just to ensure that the people that we love get what they need. And that's, to me, one of the greatest gifts of building a great and amazing business, being able to give our kids a world-class education. You know, many of you guys want to educate your kids with independent schools, and those tuitions run sometimes anywhere from 20 grand to, 60 grand, depends on the school. In our case, it's really around $22,000 to $30,000 per year from elementary through high school. If that's what you're looking for, what I'm talking about today, how to hit 6 figures with only one offer, is going to be for you. It's going to show you how to go from trading time for dollars, because sometimes when we're professional, we're like, I'm billing $500 an hour. I'm billing $750 an hour. I'm billing $1,200 an hour. But the thing is, you're trading time for dollars. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is something that is more elevated than that. And so I want you to lean into this. I want you to think about tagging and telling any of your friends that there is a better way for them. Invite them to be here tonight, or invite them to watch this live when it's over. I've got 5 simple points. And as always, I pull back the layers, guys. I pull back the layers because I want to see you at the conference next week. I'll post the link here. I'm going to jump in. And it's going to be for those of you who are action takers, not action watchers. Okay. Action takers, meaning you want to know how to take your knowledge, you want to know how to package what you're doing, even if you don't know what you could be doing right now, into an offering that would change the lives of others based on the results you create. And I know for me, I wasn't really sure about what the business would be that I would start, but I knew I created results for others. And what that looked like for me was every time I would hang out with other moms, they would always ask me about the self-care systems that I had in my own life. And I realized there was something there that was highly monetizable. And I built my business all around that motto. Thank you, Yaya. I love it. Let me read a couple of comments that you guys have posted here. Eugenia says, hello. Latoya says, hello. If you guys are ready, then I want you to write, I'm ready. I'm going to jump in. Eugenia, you have tagged some people. Thanks. Yaya writes, the fact that I'm hosting a masterclass and can be here to catch you live is time rich. Absolutely. I know your classes this week, you're going to do amazing. You're going to absolutely crush it. Okay. I'm so excited for you. Okay. Latoya has tagged a bunch of people. I love that. I appreciate you doing that. And Yaya says, show up for this event. I'm a witness that doing the work with Mia works. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to jump in. And there are several of you who said, I'm ready. Anybody else ready? Because I do think you have to be ready to receive a powerful message. And if you're on Facebook, you're going to have to type your name after your comment in order for me to see who you are, because I don't see your name here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to jump in. How to hit 6 figures with only one offer. Now, this is likely what you've been told. Okay. And I'm going to talk about a couple of those things with the hope that if you've been doing this the wrong way, then or a different way, okay, let's not call it wrong, but a different way, and it hasn't created yield for you, I want you to really listen deeply to what I'm going to share with you today, because I'm just going to pull this back. So maybe one of the things that you have been told is that what you need to do is build an ascension ladder. Let me explain this. You've been told that what you need to do is maybe offer something for free and build your list this way, or offer something for $40 or $97 or $150 or whatever it is. And that slowly clients will start to buy more and more and more from you. And then from there, those would be your ideal clients, right? And maybe you've been trying to like build your business this way and it hasn't quite worked out the way you thought. And you're like, what am I doing wrong? Okay. Or maybe you're this person that you have built a business and you, by building a product in a vacuum. So maybe somebody told you, build a course, build a curriculum, and they will come, right? And so you started building out a course and a curriculum, and you built it out. You got great branding, you got a beautiful website, but you can't figure out, where are the clients? Why is no one signing up? Like, what happened? If this is you, right, this is me, okay? Or maybe you're this person that you've got a really great course, you've got proof of concept, you create amazing results, but what you're selling is under $2,500. And you're finding that the people who are enrolled in what you do, that they're not the right people. They're not the right people attitudinally, mindset wise. They're not implementers. They're not action takers. And you're saying, what's wrong here? Or maybe you're this person that you've heard all of these different ways to do things, like blog, podcasts. And while these are great ways to get the word out, they have not been the most profitable methods for you to lead with to get in front of your ideal clients. And so now you're like, wait a minute, like I thought getting this microphone, taking this course was going to do it for me. And you realize you don't have the sales. Or maybe you've been that person that you have enrolled in like so many things as a patch, right? Like over here, you're learning how to brand, and over here, you'll learn how to build a course, and over here, you'll learn how to sell, and it just goes on and on. And still, there's this disjointedness in your understanding about what it is that you're doing, how all these things tie together. Yeah. Okay. If you've done any of these things, right, that's me. And if you're watching the replay, I want you equally to write, that's me, because that's typically what I hear and I've heard over the last decade being in business from people who are looking to ultimately take what they know, package what they know, their expertise, their education, and their experience into a high ticket offering. And they can't figure out, why is this not working? Okay. So what I will tell you is the only thing you will need, okay, and is what I teach, is what I call a full solution, okay? So what do I mean by that? I just made it up. So if you hear anybody talking about it, this is what I made it up, okay? It's a full solution. It's the only way that I coach, right? It is that I give my clients all that I know they need in order for them to hit six figures or more in their business with their products and their offerings. So maybe one of the things that you've needed from the beginning is not the patches, right, of going everywhere, right, learning different methods of how to market, of how to sell. But maybe what you need is a method that gives you all of what you need, and none of it is all over the place, right? So what I found is, number one, okay, if you want to hit six figures with only one offer, the first thing that you must have is that, and you must know, is that you must know how to create real results, okay, for others. Okay, this is going to sound real radical. It's going to sound so basic, but I'm telling you, this is what you need. Okay, the first thing you must be able to do in order for you to change your life, you have to be able to change the lives of others. So we start with, first and foremost, the real results that you are able to create. So the first question really is getting you to really think about the kind of results that if I were to hire you or work with you or consult with you, What is it that you know that when you do these things consistently, they deliver results? Why am I saying that this is important? Why am I saying this is the only way to hit six figures, all right, with one offer? Because the deal is you don't need 3 products, 10 products, or 5 products. And I know a lot of you guys, one of the things that you have, you've got all of that, right? Like if I went to your website right now, I would be confused because you've got all of these ways I can play with you, and none of these ways are selling. What I teach my clients is how to build out one offer that is their primary and signature offer that delivers an amazing result for their audience. And typically, the greatest confusion that they have until they walk through my step-by-step process on how to get clarity around what they bring to the table is, what might that be? Now, I'm going to tell you why it's confusing. If you're smart and you're sharp, you believe in self-investment, and you have invested in yourself over the years, time, money, and energy in many ways, and you created tons of results for people. So typically highly talented, high-performing people, they become very confused when they have to identify one thing that they're going to lead with to deliver results. Because the truth of the matter is, you can deliver amazing results for so many people, so many ways. But and I would say because of it, it has created confusion for you, noise for you. You don't know where to start, what to lead with. So the very first thing is thinking about, first and foremost, the kind of results you've already created. And then secondly, drilling down to say, okay, what's the secondary level? What's the third level? That's super important, because if someone's going to pay you consistently, high ticket for what you do, it has to deliver a result. And the reason that most people are not profitable in coaching, consulting, and service-based businesses is because they lead with what they want to do. They don't lead with or know how to lead with or narrow down what they do that creates amazing results for others. Does this make sense? Is this super clear? If this is super clear, I want you to write super clear. Okay, you can write hashtag super clear. Really important to understand the difference here. All right, this is not about you just have an idea and you pop up with this idea and you build great branding and you put this product out there and you try to figure out why people aren't buying from you. People invest in things that create a result for them. And if what you have does not create a result, if you don't know how to find how what you do creates a result, you need to be at the conference next week, because I break down what that looks like so that you can build a high ticket offering for your ideal audience. See, the only thing I'm going to pay you for is and are the results that you create. Okay. A Facebook user writes super clear. Okay. And Eugenia writes super clear. Awesome. Okay. Number 2, how to hit 6 figures with only one offer. Second thing that you must have is you need to be able to package the proof that you deliver. Now, this is something I'm super picky about, and I have posted a link here which has my testimonial page. And so, like I told you guys, I'll never talk to you about anything that I do that I can't back up. All right. So there's nothing I'm going to say I do that I don't show you that I do it first. Why do I do that? I do it, 1, because it's true, and 2, because I have evidence of it. And I want you to understand this, that the people who want to work with you and will work with you also if you can package the proof that you deliver. And one of the greatest separators of all time, like, let me tell you, when you do something great and you end up creating results, lots of people are going to see what you do. And many of them will become what I call creative duplicators, which means that they see what you do and they start to create the same stuff, because what you do, you are leading from the front. Okay. And you let them copy you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Because the reality is that one of the things that I've recognized is that your power and my power is not in duplication. Your power is understanding what the core results are that you deliver and only building packages that allow your clients to get that value. And as a result of that, you'll always have proof. See, the thing that you likely have invested in that's been all wrong to begin with is that people have been telling you how to build packages, how to become a coach, how to build consulting products and services for your audience, or how to build out valuable training, or how to license what you're doing. But the thing that they haven't taught you is the secret sauce that I teach my clients. And that is what needs to be in what you're offering that allows you inherently to develop the proof that allows your clients to get the results. See, if your clients get results, it'll be a lot easier for you to be able to do what you do. Competition becomes irrelevant because you can show that what you do works. See, so you never have to worry about somebody copying your message or believing that they're competing for the same audience. I'm breaking this down for those of you who've seen this, who've done this, and I know many of you guys have had to deal with this, okay? The reality is, package your proof. And so I'm never really ever competing on price. My price is irrelevant. If I can get you there, if I can get you the result, if I can back that up with my system and the results that I have that have not only gotten me the results, great, so what? Okay, but have been able to create those results for others. See, me creating a result for myself, me being able to create a significant success or profitability in my business, it's great. But what is more important is, can I transfer what I know to other people so they can create the same results? And ideally, you are able to attract an audience that's secure enough, okay, that will share the kind of results that you create. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying it for a very specific reason, because there are people who are very attached to saying great things about the results that we create for others, right? Like my coach, Terry, has created amazing results in my life and my business. I tell the world I have no limitations around it. It doesn't make me small as a result of me sharing those things, okay? Really important. And so one of the things you want to understand in this process of marketing your products and services is, how do you get in front of people who will tell the full story? Because then it allows you to package your proof. You only need one offer. And if you can show that you're creating amazing results based on what you know how to do, and over again, people who experience your process get results, and you understand the step-by-step, which is what I teach, on how to put that together, then it's a game changer. Competition becomes irrelevant. Who cares who else is doing what they think they're doing like you? They're not creating the results like you. It's not the same. It's not what it looks like. It's what it is. I'm breaking this down. If I'm breaking this down, I want you guys to say, I'm getting this. Like I'm getting this, okay? And I'm going to tell you that next week I go deep on this. I explain to you what needs to go in those packages, the training that you get, over 25 hours of my best training breaks down for you, right? Breaks down for you what you need to do to elevate your packages to distinguish what you're doing, all right? Princella writes, thank you. No one can deliver your area of expertise like you. People can copy, but they cannot duplicate. They believe they can, right? So there are people who right now are probably, I have competitors here on this live, and I say, hello, how are you? Okay. But the reality is that people work with you and they work with me based on my background, based on my walk, based on my experience, okay, based on my results. And I understand that. And none of that is something that I have to be concerned about, because it's true. The first thing that I taught you tonight is that you need a real result that you create. Fact. And most people do not know how to create a real result for their ideal audience, right? Number two, you need to know how to package the proof that you deliver. Okay. You need to know how to package your proof. And if you don't know how to do that, it's one of the things that's getting in the way and preventing you from being able to attract your ideal audience. If you guys have been following me for a long time, one of the things that I teach is that all of my clients come to me, except for one in the last year. Every single one of my clients come to me, and it's been like this for years. All of my clients, and they choose me. And they choose me not from an ego perspective. They choose me because of the results that I create and deliver, because of the package proof that I can demonstrate for them. And if you understand how to do this in your business, you're unstoppable. This is not about being seasoned in business. I have clients who do this from day one, learning this formula. And it's just not something that's taught, because a lot of people who are selling things are selling to your fears. They're selling and they know that what they're selling doesn't deliver a result. And that's why you don't see proof in large numbers. I provided my testimonial page so each of you guys can see it for yourself. And when you look at that testimonial page, the question you need to ask yourself is this a result that my esteem can handle? Because the only reason that you don't move forward when you see proof is because you don't believe for yourself that that's real. In which case, let's discuss that. There's a question from Facebook, and you have to write your name, okay? Does this also translate for coaches that are in the accountability and spiritual space? Sure, why not? I'm in the mom space, right? When I got started my business, I started in the mom space, okay? And there are no rules on who can create amazing success in terms of what they do. The rules work, being able to create real results for people, and then knowing how to package the proof. Number three. And thank you, Ronnie, for sharing with LaShawn. I appreciate that. Number three, understanding the value of what you should charge. Okay, that's the third thing. If you want to know how to hit six figures with only one offer, you need to understand the value, okay, of what you should charge. Now, I'm very picky about this. I'm super hardcore about it. And so let's keep in mind that many people who we've had the opportunity to coach, train, and support, when they come to me, they're undervaluing what they're doing. They're underselling what they're doing. They're trading time for dollars at what they're doing. And I have a lot of professional women who their ego tells them, you're doing great, okay? Because maybe they're charging $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour, $1,200 an hour, whatever it looks like, right? And so technically, they're like, I can earn, $4,000 or $6,000 a week, but you're trading time for dollars. But what if there was a different way to monetize what you're doing? So I teach my clients how to leverage what they're doing, their intellect, so they no longer trade time for dollars. And what many of them have been able to experience is that they create greater time freedom. It's fact. Okay. And they create greater profitability, offering the exact same services with models that they didn't even know existed. And I want to say this to you, that if you want to hit six figures with one offer, that this idea of you doing like 10 things, trying to do it like a launch a month, a launch every 6 weeks to sell this $27 product, you can do it. Okay. And I'm sure you'll create great results. People want to buy things for $20. But there's an easier way. And if you want to, you're a professional, like you're great at what you do. You've got 20, 30 years of experience. People ask you for your advice all the time. What if you could, like me, package your knowledge into a high ticket offering, $4,000 a year, right, per client, and you want to hit six figures, you only need 25 clients. And you can deliver the results. The thing that's in the way isn't that you can deliver the results. What's in the way is you don't know how to put the package together based on the results you create. The thing that's in the way, you don't know how to structure what you're doing to package the proof. And that's the reason that you need to partner with someone that can help you do that. It's just fact, okay? Because if you know what to do, you can do it, right? You already have the ability to create results for the client. Don't focus on what you can do. Look at what you're not doing with what you can do. Is this resonating, okay? Understanding the value of what you should charge is everything. And this is where so many professionals get this all wrong. They're undercharging, they're underselling, they're discounting, they're believing they've got to start and work their way up because somebody told them that. And it's not true. I have clients who just start with me out the box. I have a client, Naisha, who first offer was 50 grand, closed 2 clients in one night. And when I met her, she didn't even have the package laid out, but she created it. It's not an uncommon thing, but you actually need to know how to build an offer based on the results you create. You actually need to know how to package the proof. You actually need to know the step-by-step process of how to value the kind of results that you bring to the table. And this notion of you taking your background, all these years of experience, and selling this in some low-ticket course is the thing that's shooting you in the foot. I'm just telling you, okay? Number four. The fourth thing that you need to know is how to market only to highly actionable people. And this is really important. And most people miss this, okay? So a lot of times when I see people marketing, they market to people who are not highly actionable. They market to people who are the kind of people that don't move at all. And so one of the things you have to understand is that when you structure what you do only to create results, and I have this pain or problem, the reason I'm going to come to you is because I have this pain or problem. I'm looking for a result. I'll share the story with you. This is kind of funny. I just thought about it. I had this dog. He was a beagle. His name was Basil. Basil the beagle. Okay. It was a trip. And I had Basil for about 3 months, and Basil never howled. Now, the thing is, I don't know how many of you guys know things about beagles, but beagles tend to be known as being very loud dogs. But Basil didn't bark, and he never howled at all for 3 months, okay, while I had him. And one morning, about 4:30 in the morning, Basil, after 3 months, started howling. And it was like 25, 30 howls in the morning at 4:30 in the morning. And I can't even describe to you how exhausted we all were. And this went on for like 90 days, 100 days or something like this, right? Like I was like, oh my God. So clearly this dog's going to howl every morning at 4:30 in the morning. My neighbors are going to be ticked, right? Because the dog is howling like you could hear him from blocks away. So I decided that I needed some support. And I looked online and I had a problem. And my problem was that my dog was howling, okay, at 4:30 a.m., 25 howls in the morning, waking everybody up, my neighbors and us alike. And so this guy was selling like this book, right? And I didn't care how much a book was. It was like $47. And then the bonus thing on how to get a beagle not to howl, literally. And it was like $97 by the time I was done buying this thing. I bought it. I read the book in the night. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you because I had a problem and this guy had a result. And people will buy from you and they'll be highly actionable to take an action when they have a problem. And maybe, just maybe, what you've been packaging has been a bunch of information because someone told you to put a whole bunch of things together and that the basics are okay. What if I told you that's a disservice to you, right? What if you understood the right way to package what you're doing, right? So that you could get proof, right? That what you do delivers amazing results. And that as a result of you knowing how to market to people who had that problem, you would see that you could sell more of what you had. Like a lot of you guys are killing yourselves, blogs, podcasting, lives every day, whatever, forever, right? And you're not seeing the followers, you're not seeing the sales, you're not seeing the results, right? Or proof that what you're doing is creating results. And it is really because of how you structured the offer to begin with. Just telling you, all right? Something I'm masterful at. So you need to know how to market to people who are actionable. Not everybody's actionable. There are people who want change, and then there are people who've got to have it. And they're completely different. And when you understand how to position your message in such a way that the people who right now got to have it, like me, I had to have help right then with my dog, those people will buy from you. Maybe that's the separator. Maybe that's the thing that's in the way. If you've been coming on my lives over the last couple of days about this event next week, then you've seen several of my clients who have shared their story. One client Connie, who came to the event 8 weeks ago, the Giant Experience Conference. She was selling what she had for $20 an hour. Learned how, just from that conference, to package her knowledge into a high ticket offering. Closed her first $25,000 contract a week or two ago. Never done this before. What's the difference? She didn't go back to school. She didn't get a certification. She didn't do anything different. She came to the conference. She made a $1,000 investment in herself. Okay. And she did the work. She applied time, money, and energy, right? With systems that really do work. She learned how to market and get in front of the right people. Okay. She understood how to represent and demonstrate her package proof. She understood how to structure the real results that she created instead of trying to sell to someone. Instead, now she had the opportunity to serve them because she was clear on what she was offering and they were clear. So people don't buy from people they're not clear on what are you going to do for me at the end of the day, right? So Princella writes, you have to know your worth, just package it and deliver it. I agree. I love that picture of you, by the way. Okay, awesome. Number 5. Today I'm talking about how to hit 6 figures with only one offer. Okay, not running all around, working from the comfort of your home. This is my home office. I love being here every day and being able to spend time with you guys. It's an hour I look forward to. I work 34 hours a month servicing my clients, one to many. And it's my joy. I have a coaching call tonight, actually, at 8 o'clock tonight. And I get to service my clients for 90 minutes to 2 hours tonight. And I love it. Okay. Number 5, you got to know how to close. So this is for those of you who maybe you have a great product, or some of you who don't have products at all. But if you're in business, ultimately, you've got to be able to close your ideal clients. Okay. And a lot of women that I see have never learned how to properly close, or they have a really poor relationship with sales. I work with a lot of clients who are medical professionals in some way. Okay. And they've never learned how to sell, right? And maybe this is you. I work with a lot of clients who are in the service professionals, like licensed social workers or in education, and they've never learned how to sell. Okay. So you need to know how to close, but I think more importantly, in a way that's authentic to you, okay? In a way that's non-salesy. And one of the things that I've been able to do, I love to sell, by the way, but one of the things that I've been able to do is transfer my step-by-step process to teach anyone how to be able to close what you're doing. And it's super important. Selling is a high income skill. So you could have a great and amazing product, but if you don't know how to seal the deal, if you don't know how to close clients, if you don't know how to get people to say yes to what it is that you offer, then there's no profit in your company. And so I think one of the things that's super important, if you want to know how to hit 6 figures with only one offer, is to know how to sell that offer. And it's a really simple way to do it. And I posted here earlier I'll give you guys some homework, my testimonial page for the retreat. And I'll give you all homework. Go find Evelyn's testimonial and listen to it. Just listen to Evelyn's testimony on that page. One of the things you'll see is that she's a chef by trade. She used my sales script, my sales process, and used it step by step, and was able to consistently close high ticket as a result of it. And I think she does a really great job breaking down how she used that script. So that's your homework. Just go to Evelyn's testimonial and find it on that page and listen to it. Why am I showing you this? Because we're 6 days away, okay, from the live event. I want to see you in the seat. If you're not creating results, you don't know how you're going to hit 6 figures with what you know, whether your goal is monthly, 6-figure months, or whether it's 6 or 7 figure plus years, right? A year, then the reality is that you need to be here. Okay. You guys follow me all the time. I always pull back the layers. I break it down exactly what you need to do. And we're talking that I'll be live next week from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, April, for sharing from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, answering any of your questions. When you sign up for the Giant Experience, you get instant access to the training. It's my life's work. It is literally my best training ever. And I teach you many things, but how to package what you know as a high ticket offer. I show you how to price and value based on that offer, what that transformation is. So you're not in the dark about what you should be charging. I show you how to market, to position yourself, to distinguish yourself in the marketplace. I show you that there's plenty of space for you and your gifts and your talent. I show you how to sell in the way that I sell. I bring someone in that you'll get to view their training on how to do Facebook and LinkedIn to grow your audience, right? Using ads. I have one of my clients who is an amazing television producer teaching you how to get media, right? So you can position yourself, right? And become a brand authority and so much more, okay? When you sign up, there's some incredible bonuses that you get. The bonuses, like, are over $3,400 in bonuses just for signing up, like literally, okay? And the event is $997. It is a no-brainer, right? Why do I offer it? Because I want to work with you long term. And I know that if I can get you there, there are many of you, you're highly actionable, you're ready to figure out what you need to do, and you just need the step by step, and you haven't had it. So I want to break that down for you. I want to open the floor because I know that you have questions for me, or I'd love to hear what your ahas or takeaways have been from this live. So post them here. And for those of you who have just joined me, then I just want to say, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you made time today. How to hit six figures with only one offer is what I discussed today. I covered the following 5 things. Number 1, how to create real results, right? Like how to create an offer that only has real results. Only offer the thing that creates real results. All these other things that you're selling, and none of these things are selling, okay, like hotcakes, one thing, okay? Number 2, package the proof that you deliver. It is the thing that's missing. Most people don't know the system for doing that. I'm tremendous at being able to teach my clients how to package their proofs. Number 3, understand the value of what you should charge. And a lot of us are not where we want to be, not because what you have isn't valuable. It's because you've undervalued it. So you're underselling, right? Because you think that the price being low means you're going to attract more people, and you can't figure out why you are stuck in this ever place of low ticket. All right, it's time to play a bigger game, right? Which means a bigger mindset. Number 4. Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Post them here. Number 4, marketing to the right actionable people. See, people that don't take action don't change their lives. So I'm going to tell you that if you market to people who don't take action, you'll be in the exact same place year after year. My clients call themselves giants. And I only work with giants because they're the only ones that will do the work to change your life. There are many people who want results. There are very few people who will do the work to separate themselves, right? Number 5, and knowing how to close. Knowing how to close. See, being a high ticket closer is everything. You know, being a low ticket closer doesn't really require anything. I mean, if you have everything on discount, please, okay? But when you start selling what you have for $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, you need to know how to sell that in a way that you're comfortable, okay? And I think one of the things that you find out as a result of working with me is that it's not about selling what you have. It's really about sharing it. My ideal clients come to me, they choose me, and they make the decision that we're going to work together for whatever that period of time is. And we, of course, qualify them to make sure that people that are actionable, that want to get the results and do the work, because that's what it takes to change your life. And I want that for you as well, okay? Prinzella writes here, Mia, okay. Say yes, competition is irrelevant. It's irrelevant when you're great at what you do, okay? Now, there are people who are always going to believe and operate from that premise that they are competing with you, you know, and they will have low vibration things that they do to compete with you. But I find it to be pretty irrelevant. My clients come to me because I create real results and I can back it up. How to create real results? Number 1, absolutely. 2, you need a package of the proof you deliver. Always. 3, understand the value of what you should charge. I love that you took these notes. Number 4, market to people that are actionable. Number 5, how to hit 6 figures. You've got to know how to close. See, nothing happens if you do not know how to close that sale. So important. So true. People do not know how to close their services, right? Me, I have never listened to your live, but I like your convincing delivery. Great job. You've got my attention. I will share. I appreciate it. Not to convince. I'm just sharing what I do, what I know, and what I've done over the years, and what I've transferred to thousands of my clients who have created amazing results. Many of them have surpassed me, Priscilla, and I appreciate you for sharing, right? Because people who want what you have, when we're selling, you don't have to convince them, right? Because you have proof. And when you have proof, you don't have to convince them. You can go and look at any of my testimonial pages. There's no convincing necessary. Are there any ahas or takeaways? Any other ahas or takeaways as a result of you guys being here tonight? I did see April wrote, she was taking notes, right? And she was writing feverishly. And I am so glad that you're here. And April, I want to thank you equally because you invited a lot of people here today. I appreciate you for doing that. It's very generous, and I appreciate people who give that way, okay? And are there any other ahas or takeaways before I sign off? There were many. This was a big live today. In terms of your next action, what I want you to do is take a look at the event. You have 6 days to sign up. We kick off on Monday next week. Look at the agenda. Look at the registration page. I think one of the things you'll be surprised with is with the level of value that you get for this kind of event. It's cool because, you know, I love great events, but one of the things that I would have always loved to do that you get to do here is to rewatch, rewind, to relearn. So we give you your training up front. When you sign up, the earlier you sign up, the earlier you get your training. And so you can stop your favorite parts, rewind, rewatch, relearn. We've got people who are currently watching the training. I think, Latoya, you're here. You've been able to do that. So it's awesome. And then you get to come onto the live calls with me next week to get your questions answered. And I think you'll be surprised by how I answer those questions, right? How transparent I am. And there's not anyone answering those questions. It's me, okay? 100% to get you there over the course of the week. My clients have said to me that for this event, they would pay $2,500 to $7,500. And you have an opportunity to seize the event for just $997. When we offer it again in the new year, it will be $1,497. You have my promise. And I always keep it. When we started this event, when we launched it initially, we launched it for $797. And I told everyone the price was going to go up, and it has. All right. So I always honor my promises. So any final thoughts, questions about the event or anything that I talked about tonight? This is going once, right? Going once, right? I'd love to hear from you. It's my honor to be here, to be able to share with you guys tonight. And I'm just excited that you're here, right? And that you're being actionable, that you're moving forward in your life and in your business, and that you understand that you don't have to be codependent on a man, right, for income or your job. You do not. Okay. What you know is enough, properly packaged. And sometimes the thing that's in the way is that we haven't learned how to properly package that which we know. Okay. So I'd love to support you with that. I'd love to partner with you. Have a great and amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.